Welcome back. So I purchased a vinyl cutting machine, a Cricut maker to be specific. I bought this thing a few months ago and it's been standing ever since. My usual procrastinating self. I did not know where to start. I was kind of intimidated about the machine. And yeah, the time has come. I finally grabbed the bull by the horns and decided I would give HTV Heat Transfer Vynil a go. So I hopped into Cricut design space. I designed a little sticker, and yeah, it was kind of intimidating at first, but it's quite simple to learn. And I thought I'd make a gift for someone. Um, a baby. So the baby's surname is Shake, Shaik. So I decided that I would design a little milkshake, something saying yummy milkshake. So I decided I'm gonna have maybe a picture image of milkshake, and at the top it would say yummy milkshake. So yummy milkshakes. For the hoodie, I would go with keep upright, do not shake. Keep in mind that I've never done this before, so I wasn't really confident in putting the things down and peeling it off. So it was trial and error. It was my first time. I'm so afraid of getting things wrong. I don't want to start things I don't know how to do. So I procrastinate and I push things off and off and off. So it's been a few months. So I start by laying the heat transfer vinyl onto the sticky cutting mat and use the roller to ensure that it's firmly onto the mat. It's so satisfying watching this thing open. So now I'm loading the mat into the machine. The machine then does a check to see if the mat is correctly in and if the space around the machine is clear. The play button begins to flash when the machine is ready to cut. Once you hit the play button, it will then begin to cut. The material type and pressure settings were all set up within the Cricut design space and sent through to the machine prior to cutting. And the cutting is done. So it's time to remove the vinyl from the cutting mat. So the Cricut YouTubers all advise that you need to rather pull the mat away from the vinyl. This prevents the vinyl from having a curl to it. But I think this applies more to normal vinyl because the heat transfer vinyl is kind of soft and flexible. It's time to start the weeding process, which is to remove the negative space, the areas that you don't want. I'm going to use the hoodie as a test piece, just giving it a 5-second press to remove any heat. Then I try to just find the center of the hoodie. This will just make it easier for to get the correct placement of the vinyl. Once you are happy with the positioning, you then place your parchment paper or your baking paper. It can't be wax wrap, it needs to be something heat resistant. And I pressed it down using medium pressure for 25 seconds. I waited a bit until it's cooled to the touch. And then I took a peek to check whether it adhered to the material. I should have first flipped the hoodie around and gave it a 25 seconds on the back side. I wasn't so confident that it was sticking, so I pressed it for another 10 seconds. And here we go. I peeled it off and it looked quite cool. The vinyl was sticking perfectly, but I just gave it an extra few seconds for good measure. It's my OCD, I guess. And I was really super pleased with the outcome. So next we're gonna do the main piece, which is the grower. I forgot I was supposed to give it a bit of a press to remove any heat moisture that's trapped in the garment prior to placing the vinyl. I covered it with a parchment paper and gave it a press for 25 seconds. Next, I flipped the garment around and gave it a press for another 25 seconds. I flipped the garment around again and gave the front a further 5-second press. I don't think this was necessary, but I did it anyway. I waited about 2 minutes or so until it was cool to the touch, and then I proceeded to peel the plastic off. This part is super satisfying. At first I was worried with that test piece because the material kind of moves with the sticky plastic as you're peeling it off, so it's kind of hard to tell whether it's adhering or not. I'm so pleased with how this gift came out and I'm sure they're gonna love it. Please let me know what you think, guys. Thanks. Bye.